Alright, hey YouTube, Skippy here. Thought I would show you guys my Chinese diesel heater that I made. It's wonderful -10 in Calgary, Alberta right now, and I'm going hunting tomorrow night, and it's supposed to be about -15, so I've camped in this thing down to about -5 before with a rooftop tent and an annex, and it's been pretty good. Kept it definitely more than comfortable. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like the first time out. As you can see, it's snowing in the background. The rock crawler's there. It's not going anywhere in the snow, so it's time for some winter activities. So with that being said, let's show you this heater. So that is it. It's a Chinese diesel heater. It's a 5K heater. I built a custom box, so on the back side, don't mind my shitty electrical. I'm probably the worst electrician in the world, but I've got it coming out of a custom 12-liter tank into a fuel pump, or a fuel filter, and then a pump. And there I have it kind of plumbed in the bottom. I have the intake for the heater drawn from inside this box, and then an air filter on the outside there. You can see, so that's where it pulls my fresh air from the fresh air in for the intake for the tent, and then the air filter silencer for the heater fresh air comes in there. So when you're installing these, you want to make sure that there's the minimal number of bends and you keep the right distances possible. There's definitely some trial and error with these things. There's virtually no instructions when they come, so especially when you're custom building a box and doing everything, you definitely have to trial and error them. One thing that we did find out is the heater does have to sit like that. So it has to sit straight up and down. If it doesn't, the heater can leak diesel fuel, so you don't want that while you're testing it out or sleeping at night. So alright, from there the heater pops out, and I have just a 3-inch insulated duct that runs up, and it can run up either into my tent or my annex. I've pulled the battery out, so I've got a 105 amp hour battery that sits kind of just right here, and that keeps me with lots of power for the weekend. Alright, so that's the heater there, kind of all packed up, ready to go. And then, like I was saying, it's just an easy, we can't see it there but with the camera, but it says 12.4 volts. So with the heater running all night at about power 4, I go down, if I start at 12.4, I'll go down to maybe 12.3, 12.2 on a really kind of cold night. But literally just right there, hit those 2 buttons and bang, I'm ready to go. Easy peasy. Got my diesel tank built into the side of the truck, so it's always there. Got an isolation switch there on the battery, so I'm not charging it all the time. It works really well. The exhaust for the heater vents out the side here. I might smell the exhaust when it first fires up, because there's a little bit of unburnt fuel there, but other than that, it's pretty good. Once the heater gets up to temperature, you don't smell it, and unless there's some wind blowing it kind of back that way, there's no chance of any carbon monoxide or anything getting into the tent. So it's really good, really can't complain. So anyways, I'll shoot you guys another video, I guess, tomorrow once I get out and do some winter camping here. Alright, there's the truck and the tent. The heater's going. The tent's pretty warm inside right now. I think it's about 10 degrees. Getting ready to go out for a good old hunting trip. Wish me luck. Alright, so there's the tent running. The heater running. I got the tent set up here. Nice winter weather. It's pretty quiet. I don't know if you guys can hear it. There's a slight little tick from the fuel pump on the outside here, but overall it's yeah, she's pretty quiet. So all right, so this is the inside of the tent with the heater going. I'm drying off my clothes from today. There's like above knee-deep snow, so basically dry them off and make sure they're nice and warm and good for tomorrow. We've got green lights installed in the tent here, and she's a nice 18 degrees right now inside. I believe the temperature outside is minus 12 degrees Celsius right now, so pretty cold. Here I am just chilling in the tent. It's about 18 degrees in here right now. Drying everything off, getting ready for bed. But yeah, it's pretty good. One nice thing about having heat in here is it keeps all my water from freezing, keeps my food from freezing, allows me to dry off all my gear. Basically, the snow today was knee deep, a little bit deeper in some of the drifts and whatnot, and you know, you just get that kind of wet layer down below, and same from kind of sitting in the snow, you kind of just get that little like wet layer. Your boots get a little bit moist. It sucks putting them on in the morning if they're cold and frozen stiff, so having them in here hanging up helps a lot. Definitely makes things a lot more enjoyable, that's for sure. So cool. That's all I got tonight. See you guys. So it's morning time now. We're at 11.7 volts. Started off with about enough fuel about here, down here, so we're about 3 liters of fuel all night. No real complaints there. It's been running for about 19 hours straight, so I'll take 19 hours and 3 liters of fuel. You can hear it's still going. The tent was nice, 19 degrees last night. I think the lowest it got down to was about 17. I don't use the temperature setting when I use the heaters. I just use the power setting, so I keep it at a power setting of 4. I found actually that it keeps the tent warmer. Just keeping it at a constant power. I don't use nearly as much fuel or power as opposed to it cranking the heater right up to max power to bring the temperature up and then dropping it down, letting it cool down, and then heating it up again. I get a much more consistent heat, and it's way more fuel efficient if you just leave it at one steady setting and just go from there. So as for the tent itself, everything is really dry this morning. There's no moisture on the tent other than a little bit of condensation on the mattress, which I'm drying out right now. So again, another one nice thing about these heaters is being able to dry the condensation out afterwards. So you can put your tent away dry as opposed to having to take it up and set it up again when you get back. So anyways, that's it. Another skunk in the morning for hunting. I've seen lots of deer, but all the wrong species, so it doesn't do me any good. But there's another day, another weekend. We'll see what happens next time. Thanks.